Hello everyone, I thought I would do a little video of my farm. We purchased last October. It was quite a mess here. It had been empty for well over a year. This area that is my garden where my turkeys and my chickens are playing was just turned over yesterday, and I started some plantings. Over the weekend we planted 50 trees and bushes, and some of them went into this area. I'm going to be cackled at by one of my hens who's begging for treats. This bed here is my potato bed. This is really bad clay soil here, so I did mostly raised beds. Those two in the gray boxes are blueberries. These flags here are cranberries, and there's some garlic in between. And along the fence is hazelnuts. Across the field, not the bright green field, that's the farm that surrounds me. You can kind of see where our field ends because of the old dead grass. You may see a couple red flags back there. I planted some sugar maples, persimmon. Oh, hi, this is Bob. He's got to show off. That's my turkey, and there's his girl over there. I planted sugar maples, persimmons, and pawpaw along the back. Just behind that other tree line, we planted 10 more poplar trees to use for firewood. My brother over there working on the tractor. It was pretty swampy behind the barn, and he's trying to grade it a bit so that it runs away from the barn. Anyway, I hope I don't make you seasick as I walk. I'm sorry, this is my first video ever, so we'll see how that goes. One of the projects that we did, besides cleaning out the garden area, which was nothing but 6-foot tall bull thistle, which was also everywhere on the farm, was to put a new roof on the house. And we just put in last week this new driveway. Goes from the street through here all the way to the barn, because I fell and broke my foot in 3 places slipping in the mud, and I didn't want to do that again. One of our hopeful projects is to take this white building this summer and turn it into a little guest house. You can see some more of my trees over here with the gray boxes around them. These are some more fruit trees I planted. And these little flags are red bud trees, my favorite tree. Has beautiful flowers in the spring. And these are apple trees that were here. I have wonderful apples. This little thing here is a pussy willow. I had some of my baby birds out here, but I didn't feel like putting them out today. It was kind of cold, so I left them in the barn. And I'm going to take a walk that way so you can see some of my other babies. I hatched out 2 batches of chicks that we are going to keep some, and some will go into the soup pot because we're trying to be a little bit more self-sufficient here, growing our own food. In the barn here is where my first batch was hatched out. These guys are about 10 weeks old. These are my babies, my teenagers I call them, because they're the oldest batch of birds. You can see they're quite content. I put them out yesterday for the first time, and they did not figure out how to get back in here by themselves. So I put this little gate up here where their moms can come in here to lay more eggs, because if they can't get to their nest box right there, they freak out and tear apart my room. And this little contraption here is the youngest batch of birds. See the babies? See my babies? Oh, it's a little dark. There they are. These guys are about 5 weeks old. There's 18 of them in here. The first batch was 11, which I think was fantastic because I picked the eggs up in February, and a lot of them were pretty cold when I got them. And out of the 20 eggs I set, 11 of them hatched. The second batch, it was a little bit warmer out because I picked them up in March. Well, yeah, early March. And I had 18 out of 21 hatch. In here is a couple of more of my newest additions. And they're going to beg because I walked in the room. This is Poppy. Say hi, Poppy. She is probably pregnant, so we will have little piglets this spring. And that's Will, the daddy. They think because I'm here they get to eat. And she's going to beg and have fits now. Hi, Poppy. All right, and this is our barn kitty. This is Louie. He was named after my grandfather. The people who had this farm before left him behind. I don't know why. He is an excellent mouser. This is the edge of the property. It's not a huge place. It's only a little over 3 acres. You can see we have a lot of little projects to do around here. We need to fill in the side of this barn over here. It was a huge mud hole. This is something that Daryl's working on right now. You can still see, if you could see okay, there's standing water in there. Well, he's got it filled with some dirt. He's putting some rocks and some dirt in here. And you could see this giant pile of lumber we have. This is to do some work on the barn. We jacked up the other side, concreted in some new posts, and we're going to fill in the gaps you could see all over the place with a lot of the lumber, make some new doors. That's on our list to do this year. Currently, Bob, who is in the middle of the driveway gobbling at me, as he always does, is hopefully going to be a daddy soon. Him and his lady Beep. She's named Beep because when she was little, she used to follow me around going beep, beep, beep. And she does once in a while. Bob constantly has to make a lot of noise. They have 8 eggs in the incubator right now. And I've been gathering up some more to put in this week. So as you can see, we have a lot of projects going on. We have a tree down that we're chopping into firewood. We bought a splitter. We were able to heat our house for about a month and a half on just the stuff we found laying around here. There's a dead tree back there near the tractor. That's going to come down and be turned into firewood. This little field over here, we're going to reinforce the fence, and that's where the pigs will go as soon as we can get their little house on some skids so I can drag it over there. Here's the daddy and the moms to the babies you saw in the barn. The other rooster is currently soaking in brine to become dinner because he decided to start attacking my grandkids and would sneak attack me when I wasn't looking, and I won't tolerate that. This little kitty here, we named Tigger. He was a poor little skinny thing we found in the winter, barely alive, and we decided to feed him, and he of course is sticking around. Here's Miss Beep. Beep beep. Here's Beep. Hi Beep Beep. That's the mama. I candled her eggs yesterday and I'm really hopeful that they were fertile. I wasn't sure if Bob quite figured it out yet, since they just were old enough to start breeding this spring. But anyway, that's a quick look around the farm. I'll try to update you as things get growing.